For years, real estate brokerages and real estate coaches have been yelling at agents to stay top of mind. The problem with staying top of mind if you're not also doing this is it just doesn't work. You see, in a pre-digital age, it used to work really well that you could send somebody a refrigerator magnet that they'd slap on their fridge, and when they were ready to make a move in real estate, they would see that and be like, I need to call that person. And next thing you know, your phone would ring for a listing appointment. The problem is, in today's digital world, it's much different. The game has changed because people are bombarded with way more content every day from various platforms. And a lot of that is real estate companies that are trying to get in front of them. So no longer is a refrigerator magnet good enough to stay top of mind so someone's going to call you for a listing appointment. In order for staying top of mind to really work, it has to also include value. So whatever you're doing to stay top of mind, it needs to provide value to people. And a prime example of that right now is what's going on with the government shutdown. Let's face it, right now in this country, there's a lot of politicians that are top of mind with a ton of different people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's positive or that you would ever do business with those people. And that's why if you're going to stay top of mind in real estate, you also have to provide value. Because if you provide value, then when they are ready to make a move and you're top of mind, they will reach out to you and not just an ad that they saw on the internet. In this video, I want to give you 5 tactical ways that we stay top of mind that also include providing value to people. Because ultimately, just yelling stay top of mind of agents isn't going to do you any good. So let's get right into it. The first one is substitute subscription boxes for closing gifts. And here's what I mean. A lot of people will show up, a lot of agents will show up on closing day with a knife set, slap it on the counter and say, thanks for using me as your agent. Now, yes, the knife set ultimately is seen, and especially if they're using it, it does kind of keep you top of mind. But after the initial delivery of the gift, it doesn't provide a ton of value. So what we started doing is doing subscription boxes. Now, these are great because there's so many subscription boxes. And by the time you're done with a real estate transaction, you have a pretty good idea of who your client is and the type of things that they're into. So some examples of this, we've done Chewy subscription boxes for pet owners. Once a month, they get a subscription box in the mail with some pet toys, some pet care items, and every time it shows up month after month, we become top of mind with a value add that makes their life a little simpler. Another great one is KiwiCo for families that have kids, because KiwiCo is a great activity. The family can sit down, they're normally educational, they're hands-on, and once again, every month it shows up, you're top of mind and you're providing something of value. The second way to stay top of mind is providing group discounts and negotiating deals with vendors so that your past clients can get better deals. Now, here's a great example of this. In a previous market that we were in, it was a big ski resort town, and snow removal was an absolute huge thing every year that people had to figure out. What we did is we went to one of our local snow removal companies and basically negotiated a deal with them where all of our past clients would get a discount on their annual snow removal service if they paid annually. Now, the great thing about this is it built up a great relationship with that business. Part of it on the back end, I offered the business owner a discount on real estate services because he was also a real estate investor. So I offered him a discount on some of his real estate services that he needed if he would give my past client a discount on their annual services. Now, he loved it because they paid annually, and so he was guaranteed a paycheck regardless of how much snow falls. And that was one thing with snow removal that was a real pain point in his business, was if we had years that not very much snow, never really calculate his income for the year. So by doing this, it allowed our clients to get a discount on their services. It allowed him to better budget for the year, and it allowed us to network with him together and build a referral-based business and pass referrals back and forth. It was super successful. And every year when our clients went to pay that bill and they saw the discount on there, they realized that once again, we were staying top of mind and we were providing value. The third way to do this, and it's no secret, but it's client appreciation events. Let's face it, these are one of those things that are absolutely phenomenal to do because you can bring all your clients together. They can invite family and friends to these events, and it really highlights you as someone who is providing back to your past clients, giving them an opportunity to do things. We've done photographs with Santa, we've done pie giveaways, we've done all sorts of stuff, pumpkin patch. it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it provides value and brings people together. The other super cool thing about these events is it starts solidifying your authority within a given market, because all these people start showing up and they start seeing all these other people, and it really solidifies the fact that you are the expert and you've helped all these people. And the thing about it is, especially if some of these people are just friends or family, the perception is really what matters. And this is really what's going to drive your referrals down the road, because once again, you're staying top of mind, you're providing value, and with these, you're showing the authority piece of how many other people you've helped buy and sell homes. Now, personally, I have never done this one, but I had to add it on the list because I recently heard this from an agent in Arizona. Her past clients are a lot of snowbirds that are only in Arizona for a few months out of the year, and then they go away when it gets hot. So what she does is she has a home watch service that basically, when these people go back to the other location that they're living for half of the year, she will just check on their house, maintain, that everything's secured, take care of plants, those type of things. It's very simple, but she said it's super valuable to the people that live there and her past clients, because they know that someone that they trust is going to be looking over their home. Now, she does say that she has them sign a waiver, because obviously you don't want to hold the liability for checking on these homes. If something were to happen, you don't want to be left holding that bag. The other thing that she said is really cool about this is, while she's doing these walk around the houses to check on everything, she's also door knocking, meeting the neighbors, explaining to them, hey, your neighbors are gone. If anything's wrong, here's my cell phone number. Feel free to call me. It's a great way for her to network with the neighborhood and build up her database as well. So I had to add that on the list because I think it was a phenomenal idea. If you're in a market where there's a lot of snowbirds, or a lot of your past clients are vacation type properties, it's a great way to build that database and provide value. Once again, staying top of mind about half the year. The fifth and final way is curating a vendor list for services that your past clients might need. But here's the twist. I know a lot of people that are doing this, but here's what they do. They just make a PDF and somebody calls and says, hey, I need this, and they just send them the PDF. Don't do it that way. Keep that PDF under lock and key. And when someone calls you and says, hey, do you have a referral? Or if you're talking to somebody and they're like, hey, we really need X, Y, and Z done to our house, you can say, hey, I have a person that can help you out with this. But here's how you utilize it. You have them call your office when they need something, or call you directly, and then you do the email to introduce the person with the referral. This does a couple things. First of all, it causes that vendor to understand that you're in the loop, and what we've seen is a much higher level of service, because they don't want to burn their referral relationship with us as a business. So they tend to provide our clients a much higher level of service than if our clients just reach out and they don't understand the referral. The other thing that it does, it allows you to know what's going on, and you can check in with the client to make sure that those things are going well. You can also get feedback from that vendor on how their work is, and all those type of things that are super important. But it allows you to be involved in that process and truly help your clients more than just, here's a PDF with a list of names and phone numbers of people that we would recommend. The thing to remember in today's digital age, just staying top of mind or just being remembered doesn't work. Our clients are bombarded with marketing more than ever, and just staying top of mind with a sports schedule on the fridge, or a recipe card that they slap up there and use once a year at Thanksgiving is not going to keep you top of mind in the way that you need to get repeat business, and more importantly, referral business. You have to be creative with staying top of mind and providing value in order to drive your business to the next level.